Hi, today's video is going to be around engagement and empowerment. When I first started out working as a consultant, people used to ask me how I got the success with the delivery of transformations that I'd worked with. I soon started to realise that normal, or what I perceived to be normal, was not what other people saw. And it started to teach me and make me understand as to why people may get some of the failures. So this video will hopefully give you some of the hints and tips of the processes and the way in which I engage with people to ensure that you get the maximum result. So there's 4 key areas that we'll go through today. The first one is done with, not done to. The second one is around the visibility during the transformation. There'll be the third one, which is the customer engagement during the transformation. And then the fourth one is around ownership. So the first one, engagement. Done with, not done to. So very often people will decide what the transformation is going to be and tell members of staff who are doing that job day to day exactly how it will work. There needs to be a balance between the reason it's not working has to have some kind of intervention to change it. If people don't understand why you're changing, what the objective is and how you're trying to get there, then it won't really work. So first of all, you need to make sure that you are engaging with the teams, you are speaking to them, understanding what their day-to-day responsibilities are, and take them through the journey around what it is that you're trying to achieve. Understand what they see as being good and what they see potentially as challenges. Are they aligned with your knowledge? Are they aligned with what your strategy is for the delivery? How can you expect people to buy into something if they don't see the benefit for them or for the customers? So you need to have engagement events or regular communication to allow a checkpoint that what you're trying to achieve is going to work. So I always feel that staff should be able to contact you. They should be able to get hold of you and be communicated to regularly. If they raise a question, that's fine. You may not be able to do it, it might not be the right thing, but always go back and explain a logic and rationale as to why you are not able to do that. People will accept it if they understand that you've listened and it's not possible. Not everything that people have is necessarily a good idea. But these people deal with this job day in, day out, and you'd be silly not to at least listen to some of the ideas that they would have. The second one is around visibility during the transformation. So, you need to ensure that people are clear of who is leading the transformation, where do people go, and what happens. So you would ordinarily have a transformation lead that people would look to, but you've also got the day-to-day staff, line managers and senior leaders of the business. What you will often find is that there is a conflict around different demands on staff. Most staff members will be part of the transformation, so they'll have a business as usual job as well as additional work that they need to do. But as a transformation lead, I always feel it's very important that people can contact you. So I'll always put on the bottom of my email block my telephone number. I will put my email out on communications. To be honest, most people won't use it, but the fact that they know they can contact you if they wish makes a huge difference, and it really does help people. The key to that is you must make sure you respond. There's no point having it being available and then not being able to respond. Sometimes what I've done is collated some of the questions together, done it as a comms plan to explain that various people have asked a similar question and they are now in the FAQs, and if you look there for your response. But that can be a generic response back to everybody just to make sure that they know you've received it, you've looked at it and you've responded. You also need to make sure that there is regular communication done in a different way. So I find that sort of bite-sized videos, some things around questions and answers, so people can have a live Q&A. You can do newsletters, you can do emails. People will learn in different ways. People will accept this in a different way and like alternative communication. You just need to make sure it's available for everybody, for them to get the most out of it that will benefit them. So, third one. This one is often missed. which is quite surprising really when you think about it. The customer at the end of this. So people will come in to deliver a transformation. There will be the business as usual, how it works today, and then there will be the end state around where you're trying to get to. You need to make sure that the customer is not affected by the transformation in a negative way. If there are changes that are going to impact them, how and when are they going to be communicated to? What are your staff going to be saying to them during this process? If they're not engaged and they feel that they are not being looked after as a customer, and if your staff aren't clear of what's happening with the transformation, there is a strong possibility that there will be a disconnect and you could actually lose customers and then have to come back to this at the end to find that your whole engagement has not worked, because you've then got to re-engage either your existing customers again or start with new customers. And the final bit is around ownership. If people don't feel empowered that they are part of this, you will find that they'll be disconnected. So there has to be a joined up approach. It has to be anyone involved in your transformation team and your business as usual are communicating. You are giving one consistent message, around what is expected from your staff and when. Senior leaders need to be bought into this. They need to be part of it. And what you need to make sure is by the end of the transformation, they are taking this forward. I've seen it so often. Transformation teams come in, they deliver this change, they put the vision in place, but the culture is not changed. The senior management team have not bought into it, neither have the staff. So when you move away, what you tend to find is you've got half a business that worked okay-ish before, some good ideas that have come in, but there's no communication between, and you almost break the business and make it worse than it was in the first place. So you must have a joined-up approach. You must make sure that the business as usual and the new way of working through the transformation is a smooth transition. It is clear as a cut-off. When do you stop doing certain activity and when do you start doing other? Hopefully you found this video of some kind of use and the content is beneficial. Please feel free to drop any comments in if you would like me to make any other videos, any challenges you may have had around transformations, any ideas that I can give you to help deal with certain situations that you might have come across in the past, any challenges you have, anything you find from staff members around engagement. I'm more than happy to create content that will be of benefit to you. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe and share it. Thanks very much.